Greetings from California.
And greetings from New York.
Well. How are you today?
Indeed. I'm good.
You're looking a little bit like Method Man from Power.
I need a haircut. That's why. I don't really have my fade, and then my hair is like getting a little bit bigger.
I think it's framing your face well. I said you look like Method Man. That is not an insult.
I've been getting Method Man a lot lately.
I'm seeing it. I am seeing it.
I see like cousin of Method Man, but I don't think I'll look like him.
I can exactly. I see. There's a bit of a favor, a younger brother.
Thank you.
Younger brother, younger cousin. Although Method Man still looks young.
Right. And of course, I don't want to see him as any type of family figure because he's fine as hell. As someone just said.
I'm going to sit next to you in the bar. I'm sitting right next to you. We're going to shoot that shot.
It's just been quite the week. A lot of Atlanta news.
And you know what? We wanted Atlanta back with a bang, and boy, we got it back with a bang. But let's start off with the small news, the petty news, because I have to say, Porsha Denise Williams has a knack for magnetizing the pettiest on earth. I mean, let's talk about that rail-headed first husband who put you out on the street with nothing. I would say nothing but it was just nothing. I can't even follow it with a but. Well, he followed it with his big butt, Booty Toot Stewart. However, Simon Guobadia is now filing a cease and desist for Porsha to even film in the Rolls Royce he purchased for her. So now Portia's literally wishing on a star to film in a new car. She's wishing on a dream because her husband's mean. And I wish on the Hertz rentals that I see European Motors. I'll be coming to see because I need a new car so I can go.
Thank you for that. I feel bad for Porsha. I just feel like it's hard for me to feel sorry for her, though, because she really made her bed. And she should have seen from a mile away that this man was like an opportunist. But the thing is, Porsha's an opportunist. I like her, but, I'm still going to keep it 100, like... It was two opportunists that were getting together for obvious reasons.
That was off the dome, babe. That was off the dome.
That was definitely off the dome. We do not rehearse at all. Honestly, y'all want real behind the scenes?
We are.
If you want a real behind the scenes, this was supposed to be at 12. I just woke up late. So it's just like, this is all off the dome. And look,
I wake up late sometimes. It happens. We're humans. We are not robots.
Right. But it just really sucks that he still has this, he has her under his thumb just a little bit. Because I'm guessing it's not her Rolls Royce, right?
It is his. And that's why he was able to file the cease and desist. The title wasn't. And this is why, if you're going to marry for money, you got to do it right. I have been in relationships for financial gain. I admit it. And guess what? I knew how to do it. One, she girl boss way too close to the sun. You don't go for men with that kind of money. You don't. Men with that kind of money are a problem. They want to control something. They want to control you. You need to get yourself a good 1,000 there, kind of like Dennis. But you have to know, too, I am in this for the money. I'm going to let him cheat in peace. In peace.
But
Because what are you there for? You're not there for love. You're there for the money. Now, I'm sure you like him, but you have to, let's be honest. If you're going to gold dig, you can't fall in love with the mark. Mistake numero uno. It's a job.
well, here's the thing though. Like with Porsha, like, what was my point? Damn it. I be having it, but you keep going. But I will say that Ashley comes to mind as well, who didn't do it right.
Well, Ashley insisted on having that damn child. That man did not want a kid. He did not want a second family. He went along with it for you and was like, okay, we're going to get wife number 4.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Dwayne. Porsha literally said, everybody keep what they came in with, and decided to keep that man's things. She really is slow. Well,
And also, you were together for 18 months. You were married for 18 months. You on track to be the next Kenya Moore because your divorce will last longer than the marriage.
I'm tired of hearing about him already, but he's enjoying like going at her publicly.
Well, here's the thing. She decided to make her divorce a plot line.
And then she had 2 weddings?
Yep, she had her American wedding and then they had the Nigerian wedding.
She should return all her wedding gifts. I'm just saying, like, the wedding needs to last at least.
The marriage needs to last 5 years. You know what? Give me my gifts after we'd have made it 5 years.
Right. That's crazy. But I was wondering, who are some housewives or people that got it right, that married rich and did it right?
Karen Huger. Well, hold on. Not a lot. Well, no, actually, you know who did it right?
Oh, Joel Myers beat me to it. Beat me to it.
Okay, now Sutton, but actually who in my book truly did it right.
Well, she was with him since the beginning. That's the thing.
Dorinda Medley is the one who truly did it right. Her husband is where he should be, in the ground, and she has Bluestone Manor and all of his money.
Oh,
that's
no,
the one who did it right. Who else has a rich dead husband?
Someone said Todd Burris. Y'all ain't right. He did do it right. He did. Shout out to Todd. Shout out to Todd. Blasian Princess, you get 5 points. You get 5 points.
Oh my God! Ooh, Heather Dubrow. But again, her husband is alive. Dorinda Medley. Dead. That's what I want. A dead husband.
Camille Grammer.
Her husband is still left.
All right.
Took the money. She
Carol
in Hawaii. I want Dorinda Medley's husband. I want him in the ground, and I want everything tax-free.
Someone said Carol Radziwill.
Oh, now Carol did it right. Carol did it right. Another one.
Not y'all saying everybody was
no, Carol didn't do it right because Lee didn't leave her a penny.
Who?
Lee Radziwill didn't leave her a penny. Oh, Carol is not as rich as we think.
Well, Jill Zarin.
Jill Zarin. Now, yes, Jill Zarin.
I hate that y'all are like naming people with deceased spouses.
That's the point.
Oh, God.
No, okay, here's the thing. The vows are until death do us part. That is the hallmark of a successful marriage. One of you gonna still be here.
Someone said, your favorite, Janet Jackson, divorced her billionaire immediately after the 5-year mark.
And I bet you he never heard a word out of her the entire marriage. Because I know I didn't hear anything out of her through her quote-unquote performance at Harlem Week. But we're not going to talk about that.
Yeah, we're not. Moving on. And lastly, I think someone said Camille Grammer got $40 million. That's crazy.
But if he had died, she would have it all.
Well,
without taxes.
You're obsessed.
The vows do not say until I get tired of you and find a newer model. It says until death do us part.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Exactly. Kelsey has access to the money. But speaking of access to the money, Kenya Moore may have no more access to the money.
Oh no. Yeah. I saw it on B Scott and I was just like, well, B Scott posting it. I'm like, it gotta be true. I mean, him and Kenya, well, them and Kenya are like this. So I don't know. I didn't want to believe that Kenya would do something stupid to jeopardize not only her business, but her relationship with Bravo and being on the show. But something happened and she's paying the consequences for it. So I feel like there is no alleged now. Like something happened, but now like what happened specifically? I feel like everyone has like tight NDAs around them now surrounding this.
Perhaps, but from the leaked footage, like shout out to Kempire because I was watching his video coverage of it, and he was like, "You can hear in the leaked footage someone say that's a penis. You can hear it. He's right. I heard it. I was like, oh, he's right. Yeah, that's." So I am shocked. I think what happened was Kenya did not know the statutes of the Georgia revenge porn law. It doesn't matter if the image was already on the internet and quote unquote easily accessible. That is not one of the elements of the crime. All that you have to do is have an intimate photo of someone and put it out with intent to harm that person. Nowhere in the law does it state, oh, if it's already, out there, it doesn't matter.
It's crazy to me because they just started filming. Like they're just a month in. Like, and already, and then we already have these leaks too. I'm tired.
Well, now I'm not tired because this is typical Real Housewives of Atlanta. Like they always have leaks. We always find out what's going on. But a lot of times there'll be leaks and those will be like storylines that aren't used. Like many times we've thought like, oh, we hear about this from, Sandra Rose or Media Takeout or even the Jasmine brand, but then they don't use it.
Mm-hmm. But you have a lot of people reporting like I'm not sure how credible Page 6 is.
They're pretty credible.
Okay.
It's the New York Post.
Oh. Well, a lot of people are talking about that image of the new girl with the penis next to her. They're saying that's fake. Like they're making it seem like Kenya digitally added a penis to the photo, but they're saying that image isn't real because someone sent me that. They're saying in the original photo, the TV, nothing was on the TV. But in any case, she got suspended. They don't know when she's coming back. If not, did they pause filming at all, or they're continuing?
They stopped filming for the investigation. Like it's now an HR issue, and because of Bethany Ankle and the reality reckoning, and Leah McSweeney filing lawsuits every 15 seconds, Bravo has to take this quite seriously.
Yeah, it's just funny that this is actual real life, but they still try to have these business parameters, like this workplace professional parameters. It doesn't make sense a little bit because if there's a fight in real life, it's like that person just is off the show, I guess. But in real life, I mean, the fight's going to continue.
True.
I don't think they're going to let go Kenya. I don't know. That would be something.
I think I would say this: they're not stopping production for nothing.
Well,
production is very expensive to get going, and Something happened, something big.
But now it's so big that, okay, so what if Kenya does come back? Like, how can you be in a group with a person now? Like, there's no way these two people can like mend fences. Like, you already now have a division where it's just like, I don't even want to be in the same room with this person. So we're back with Potomac, we're back with Jersey. It's like when you cross that line of no return.
Potomac.
Right. I'm just saying, when you like cross that line, it's like you can't go back.
Nope.
At least with the New York girls, I mean, past and present, like they got over it. You know, there wasn't nothing that Ramona did that was like so bad that they had to like not be in the same spaces anymore. I hate to use Ramona as an example, but really, like Ramona got under everybody's skin, but people still continued on with the show. So I'm just reading what y'all are saying.
This I don't think she can come back from. But I've always said, since this heifer came on the show in season 5, I have always said Kenya Moore is an asshole. I have always said the heifer wasn't shit, wasn't never gonna be shit, and I want everyone in unison to say it with me. I was right. I was right about that heifer ever since I saw her. Now, she almost had me fooled at BravoCon. She almost impressed me, but I knew she wasn't shit.
I still have reasonable doubt. Like I feel like once it comes out, I hope they don't cancel the show. But it's like, I feel once the information comes out, once they can finally talk about it, we'll know what happened. Because people were there. People were there. They're just, I'm sure Bravo is watching them like hawks to see if anything leaks. So it's like, I don't know. I don't think she would jump out the window like that. I'm not saying you're not right. I'm just saying I don't want to call the game too early. That's all.
I don't either, but they're not stopping production for nothing.
Like, you know, with like Sissy Smollett, he who, remember when like all the doubt and stuff was surrounding that, and then unequivocally he is guilty no matter what. It's like, if you're defending Jussie, you know he's guilty. It's just, so with this, it's just like, we don't have all the answers yet. So, I mean, it's fine. You can think what you want. I'm just saying, I just don't know yet.
I wish I could be as hopeful, but I've studied Kenya Moore for this past decade, and she really loves to make a poor choice. She loves to slut shame other women. And I think, and also, this has happened on Bravo before. On a little show called $1 Million Listing, one of the agents put up Frederick Elkland's old porn that he had done when he was young. So this has happened on Bravo before. So I could see her thinking, oh, well, they did this on $1 Million Listing, so I can do this here. But that happened in the early 2010s, before the consent movement, the Me Too movement, where you were able to get away with that in the wild, wild west of reality TV back then, when we had shows like Flavor of Love calling Asian women red oyster, which was racist as all hell. I'm like, I
didn't even want you to say it.
I still can't believe that aired. And America watched it and said nothing.
I mean, someone shit on the stairs. Remember that?
Like that.
Someone shit.
Her name was like that.
Oh. I thought you were saying like that. Oh, no, her name was like that. Okay. Well, thank you for the tips. Dwayne is Pierre and Brian Patterson. Dwayne says, I predict a demotion with pending performance review. Brian Patterson says, Kenya is a 1990s Detroit stunt queen. And Wit, thank you for the super chat. Come on, Alex. I remember the MDL drama.
MDL.
$1 Million Listing.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So someone says, so Kenya played herself. The spirit of Kim Fields gagged her. You know what? I mean,
that dry, crispy wig floated into the room.
Oh, yeah. I will say the people who like take up for Kenya, I really want them to explain the Kim Fields incident because that was all Kenya. Like Kim Fields was trying to mind her business, make a commercial, and like Kenya was jealous. She was jealous that an actual actress with credibility was on the show.
Instead of someone with a few lines like, Lionel, you haven't danced with me all night.
Or someone that was twerking on Marlon Wayans and Senseless, shaking her titties. I'm just saying, this is on Senseless. I'm not, throwing any shade. Like, you could go back and look at it. But yeah, I just think maybe she was just jealous of Kim Fields. So yeah, karma does come back to bite. But again, I hope that Kenya wasn't that stupid, but we shall see. I don't want her to leave the show either.
And that, it may not be up to her.
Right.
She may have meanied herself.
And I don't put it past Kenya, of doing a stunt like that, because she's done stunts like that throughout her history in Atlanta. And that's why the network loves her. Like, I guess this actually is kind of parallel to Brandy. Like, they always loved Brandy's antics until it went too far. And it looks like it happened with another housewife, with Kenya. Like,
I was going to say, I don't think we're ever going to see that season of
Oh yeah, we're not. But what if Bravo decides to do Kenya? I'm just thinking about this. What if Bravo decides to do Kenya how they did Brandy? Like that, oh my God.
I could absolutely see it, because Kenya has now become a liability, because now that Kenya, it seems, has broken Georgia state law, Britt Eady can sue, and I wouldn't even go after the production company. I wouldn't go after Bravo. I would go after the big fish, NBC Universal. And I would say, we can settle for $1 billion after taxes, or we can have a deposition and I can put out all of your trade secrets. We can make this public and ugly, and I can expose you for what you are. And you're already teetering right now. So either you can save your brand and pay me, or I can really drag you through the mud every day for the next 10 years. Now, you may be able to quote unquote outspend me, but I have public outrage on my side as a Black woman. Try me.
Are you talking about the new girl?
Yeah, that's exactly what I would say.
The new girl doesn't have that much leverage to the point.
Because this happened on $1 Million Listing, she will be able to say Bravo and its production company have fostered a working environment where this type of behavior is not only tolerated, but rewarded.
Mm-hmm. I'm just saying, like, I could see her suing the network, but then, like, you already signed legal paperwork and documents, and then
a castmate broke Georgia state law. This is when all those contracts go out the window, because state law always supersedes a contract and federal law always supersedes state law.
That's fine. I'm just saying, like, she needs to know whether or not it's worth it to her.
$1 billion would be worth it. You've broken state law. You tried to humiliate me. And because here's the thing, the production and the network are now liable because this has happened before. It's a clear case.
Well, I can see them dropping Kenya then, if that's the case.
Again, I'm not talking about dropping Kenya. I want my $1 billion. That either you're going to give me $1 billion, or I am going to drag you through the court of public opinion. I'm going to have Andy Cohen on the freaking witness stand, and I am going to tank your network. So either you're going to lose $1 billion one way or you're going to lose it another. Now, if you can keep your intellectual property with the Housewife franchise going and pay me quietly, that's what I would do. That's the option I would take. Or we can bring this into court. I can find someone that would happily represent me for free because it'll give their firm full free press and promo.
I'm thinking maybe she'll see her options. I just don't think she will want to blow everything up or go nuclear. So we'll see. You got to be smart about it too. I mean, hey, if she wants to take it to the network, they'll keep them in legal limbo for years before giving her a super ridiculous amount.
Well, the problem is Bravo doesn't want a deposition. Bravo doesn't want Andy Cohen to propose. They don't want production to pose, because then all the behind the scenes people become the stars. Then we start to hear about network secrets, trade secrets, all the things that go on behind the scene. Then you become the reality show. They don't want that. They don't want that. The deposition is what will kill you. That is why people will settle, because they know, because then all your information becomes public. Salaries become public. A whole bunch of things you don't want out become public.
We'll see. I mean, again, like Dorit said, I don't know all the answers. So it is what it is to me. I just feel like there's a lot of roads that are at play right now, like different routes. But I don't know.
Can we get Truly Original fired for this? I could definitely see them dumping their production company. I could see Truly taking the hit for this, because Bravo's going to try to keep their hands clean. So they're going to say, okay, shit rolls downhill. Let's put this on Truly, because whoever Kenya's producer was knew that she had that there, because the producer is there before they even bring cameras up.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, there is a level of they have liability.
But look, if they fire Kenya, that would probably be the biggest Bravo news of the year. And then I could see Kenya maybe suing them for wrongful termination. I mean, it's so many different roads this can take. I would like to know from the audience, hands in the chat, if you think next week we're going to hear that Kenya got fired. Who thinks Kenya's going to get fired in next week's news? Do you think next week's PopRoast we're going to be saying Kenya fired in the headline?
I think they'll take a little longer because it's an investigation. I would say I think we could hear about it in July or maybe August.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Colleen, for the super chat. Bravo should leave it up to the fans to vote like they did the Jason Todd Robin. I don't know what that means. That flew over my head?
Jason Todd Robin.
We have a few hands in the chat. People think King is going to be leaving. I don't know. I just hate how this turned out. I just want the show to be where it was again, be entertaining. It's just too much. Too much, Taquita. Oh my goodness, y'all are so mean. I hope and pray Oatmeal Face goes away. I don't really have the same smoke for Kenya, I feel like. Last season when I was reviewing it, she was really in the background.
She wasn't as pesky last season.
Well, oh my God. Kenya's acne may be tenacious, but her position really isn't. I cannot with y'all. I am on a totally
what personal story has Kenya brought to the show other than faked relationships and failed marriages?
Her salon opening.
Grand opening, grand closing. And that's the Atlanta way.
Oh, God.
In
Anywho,
more Atlanta news, Cynthia Bailey and Kim Zolciak are going to be starring in a reality show together, living in the same house, but Nene turned the job down.
wow. I mean, that would have been something. I mean, does she really just want to like get Zeus checks? Like, why didn't she like participate? That would have been, maybe they didn't meet the numbers she wanted.
She got sued for $25,000 and didn't even show up in court, so that landlord's going to garnish her checks. Maybe that's why she didn't take the job, so that they wouldn't have anything to garnish.
She really is broke though. Like when Target's suing you for, I think it was like under $3,000, $2,500.
What Carlos King pays you for an episode.
Right. Who do you think pays more?
Carlos and at least get that debt paid down.
Who do you think pays more, Zeus or Carlos King?
Zeus.
Carlos is a cheap sissy. Almost said it, but he's a cheap sissy.
Oh, it's been funny watching. I've been rewatching season 6, and I'm starting on season 7. And I tried to do a video just about Porsha's fights, but I didn't press record. So,
oh no! Like you did a whole video and forgot to press play. I mean, record.
Yep.
I mean, I've been there. Jeez.
Because I was going to do a video just chronicling Porsha's fights, and every time Porsha gets in a fight, Carlos King is just humping him.
Damn. Well, Zeus pays well so they can afford the hospital bills.
Yeah, they got some good insurance.
Right, you got to with Zeus.
And I think that's why they're filming in like these Caribbean countries where they have loose laws about assault.
That is probably it too.
They're like, look, ain't nobody trying to go to prison over here. Okay, so we gonna keep it cute.
Also, I just want to let the audience know that I might be on Dr. Heavenly's channel too soon. We're trying to work it out, the scheduling, but it's, I'm gonna be a little bit. You were nice, and I commend you for that, for being nice. But I feel like I'm gonna have to let her know ahead of time. Like, look, for the people that watch me, they're gonna let you know that I don't have the nicest things to say about her. So I gotta say, like, Dr. Heavenly, I have called you Dr. Demon the Dentist a few times, but I do enjoy your antics on the show. So, and then we can have a conversation after that. Just get it out the way. Like, it's not personal.
She knows that. I mean, she knows who I am.
And even when we met Giselle, and I know people actually hate her in real life, like when I cut the camera off, Giselle has done nothing to me. I'm gonna just be real about it. Like, I can say like, oh, she did this, did that. It's just like, okay, I'm not gonna slap the woman when I see her. Like, I feel like people, how when we used to watch soap operas, and then like, I think his name was Victor. He was conniving and stuff like that. And then people would really be yelling at him in public. And it's just a character. But yeah.
Like, that was just written. I'm delivering lines.
Right. So I don't know. Even with Candace, like I've been around Candace so many times, I just prefer to not speak because then I would definitely be fake.
Candace.
So, what happened?
Candace
from Potomac. You forgot her already?
Sure did.
Anywho.
Oh my God, her husband is in a Tubi movie.
I saw that.
I'm not mad at it.
I mean, I'm glad both of them are still employed. Working. Yes. Speaking of something that's not working, over there at TGIF, Um, I don't know what's going on between the co-hosts, but someone sent me that read that Armand Wiggins, like they did a roast. And we're on, some people just don't know how to do roasts where you can laugh as well.
Right. You don't have to cut to the white meat. You still want to be friends.
Exactly. And look, I remember talking to you. I feel like we could say this. Like, you were nervous being on there if they hired you and you have to be nice to Al. I still feel
Oh,
like you could have
yes.
been professional, but you
Right.
still could shade the hell out of him and for him to be like, to smile or whatever. But Armand Wiggins had a whole nother agenda. He read the dog shit out of him. Like, oh, I was just like, what is Al doing behind the scenes like that? Apparently,
A lot.
he's trying to get the show canceled. He talks about his co-hosts behind their backs. Like, he just aired him
To
out.
the co-host that he hates.
Yes. To the co-host that yeah. He can't talk about, well, the other co-host can't talk about his failed marriage. He has a relationship with
Nobody's bringing up that 80-year-old Lavender Union so that Star had a plot line on The View.
Mm-hmm.
Gee, I'm tired of them talking about that damn marriage to Star. Oh my goodness. The sissy and a woman got married. Film at 11. It happens all the time.
Yeah. A Lavender Union. Oh, I haven't heard that in a minute. But what did you think when you heard it? Cause I was just like, damn.
I thought.
And then on his birthday episode, you got read like that on your birthday.
See, that's why I don't do roast.
Yeah.
And especially not on a birthday. I'm going to keep what I thought to myself.
Okay, that's fair. I don't plan to be on the show in the near future, so I'm just gonna say that it looked like Claudia was having a real good cackle. I thought her and Al were cool, but something is happening behind the scenes because I think Claudia got a lot of joy out of that. She definitely did. And for them to try to get the show canceled behind their backs, I'm just like, wow. And didn't Claudia allegedly say on air, like someone said this in the comments, that she said that this is Al's main source of income? Someone can like vouch for me in the chat.
Because I was in the running for the position,
someone said Claudia wrote that.
I have to keep my mouth shut because I want to keep my relationship cool with Claudia.
That's fair. That is fair. And I'm glad. Now,
I'm doing this.
Notice with Amanda Seales, you didn't give me
Amanda Seales ain't got a check. Amanda Seales ain't got shit for me. Now, if the bitch had some money for me, I might be. Now, Claudia Jordan, she was trying to get me paid. She was trying to offer a position to me. She saw my talent and wanted to help me move forward in my life. So I'm going to shut the fuck up. But Amanda Seales, all she did was pay you late. I don't have a fuck for her.
Sorry, I was poking the beast. I was poking the bear. I was like, let me rile him up a bit. I know if I mentioned her. Anyway, y'all, we're kidding. Anywho. Why? I feel like after I saw the roast or whatever, I was like, maybe they could replace Al with another Al at this point.
That's why it's.
Yeah. Because I'm just like, wow. I just hate that they're imploding a little bit. And didn't they cancel the upcoming episode or anything, or no?
Wait, what?
Did they cancel the upcoming episode with them?
They did.
Oh, wow. Yeah, because I actually felt bad for Al because he was just sitting there taking it. Like he was
Jesus
trying,
Christ, the
but
jokes write themselves.
oh yeah, he was. I mean, he's used to taking it, but that one looked like it was no lube.
I want to know how long the dildo that Star Jones used in their marriage was, if it was 7 or 9 inches. That's my real
I don't
question
want I don't want the image of Star Jones pegging anybody in my head.
Ah!
I don't. I don't.
Oh, God.
Star Jones. I mean, look, you already opened a can of worms. Everybody, imagine Star Jones putting on a strap on, bending Al over, greasing
And you
his.
know it was a white one.
Oh my God. We have gone off the rails. Anyway. Yeah, I don't even think Funky the Neva would have did what Armand Wiggins did.
I don't know, because I remember one of Funky Dineva's reads against a person who shall remain nameless. And that read still echoes. It's not even available online anymore, but people still remember that Joker word for word. And that stung and stuck.
Well, oh yeah, he also talked about his celebrity friendships or whatever, and the celebs don't even know they're friends. And oh man, he just hit out at every single point. I mean, that was almost like, your read of somebody way back in the day. But
Then
to do that live, damn.
I did that read live back in the day. That was on Blab.
No, but with the person sitting there at the same
Oh.
time. Like, yeah. And I know some of y'all say Al ain't innocent. I'm sure he isn't behind the scenes because I feel like Armand meant every single word of that.
Yep. And Al called Funky while Funky was doing his live. And he was like, we're on live, we're on live, we're on live. Don't say anything.
Really? I need to see that clip.
It's
So,
floating
so
around.
he called Funky after the fact
Mm-hmm.
while he was on live.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
He was 38 high.
Oh, I know he was. I'm sure he wanted to square up. Look, I mean, all you can do after a read like that is square up or fight.
I'm not squaring up after a read like that. You've seen WandaVision. I'm just going to hit you with a Toyota. I will throw one at you.
Al is a joke. Armand is smart. Yeah.
I will definitely say after some of the reads I've given, I'm like, okay.
So
I could understand if someone wanted to throw a car at me.
So I guess things I'm trying to like I guess with Claudia and Al, things between them kind of like went bad because, well, I don't need confirmation. I'm just saying what I'm thinking is when the original trio, when Funky left, like, he don't see it for Claudia. But then he's still friends with Al. So then you have Al and Funky, talking about Claudia. So then Claudia now has Armand in her corner. So yeah, I don't know. I bet Claudia feels some type of way that, like there's loyalty. Yeah, like someone said, Al picked the side. So, what do y'all think is going to happen? Do you think it's going to be canceled? Do you think Al is going to quit? Or do you think they're going to add another co host to fill in Al Reynolds' place?
I'm free. Well, no, I'm $5,000 a week, but I'm available for the show.
It's not a bad check.
I'll
Now,
take.
but I don't want you to be set up though. That's the thing. But I feel like you can hold your own. I know you can. You can.
And also, like, I don't like. Well, I would say first, like, me and Claudia are cool. I like Claudia. I've never met Armand Wiggins. I'm a fan of his work, so I wouldn't have an issue with anybody on that panel.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I don't know what people think of me. I don't know if Armand likes me because people have their opinion of me, child. They have their opinion. Ain't never met me, ain't never known me, but they got their opinions on me. So I'm like, I don't always know if I'm liked. And that's fine because we never signed a contract that said you had to like me. But you will respect me.
And there you have it.
Ooh, I almost said something.
Oh.
I saw a comment and just almost forgot I was on live. Ooh, woo! On that note, we should probably wrap it up before my mouth gets a little too loose.
Like Al after that read. I know, right? Ooh. Well, I hope he has some other, avenues where he can go on a reality TV show.
I thought you had to be interesting and charismatic to be successful on reality television. But no, you don't, because look at Rob Dixon.
You literally took that out my brain. You literally you didn't even give me a chance. You just went for the slam dunk yourself. You didn't need an alley-oop from me. But yeah.
Oh, goodness. Well, do you have your see you sooner then?
Not someone saying Al is gaping at this point. Oh my God. Oh, I love how this episode just went off the rails. I guess I'll see you sooner than we see Al Reynolds on TGIF.
Oh! And I'll see you sooner than we see Kenya Moore on anything. Ooh. And on that note, we will see you later.